welcome to Flat Ride of the Week, episode 23. Today we're doing the Troikas. And as you can see, I'm here in a special location. This is the golf course in Drievliet in the Netherlands. I have some more special tips later in the video, but you will see in a minute.
And as always, if you think I said something incorrect or that I forgot something, you can leave a comment down below. Let's get started with the history. The first Troika was produced somewhere in the early 70s by Huss, and it was one of the first rides Huss ever made. Now we will go back to our special location at Drievliet in the Netherlands to tell you how a Troika works and what it really does.
Troika has 3 arms. That's why it's called Troika, because Troika is Russian for 3 grooves. At the end of each arm, there are 7 gondolas. Each gondola fits 2 people, so the capacity of the ride is 42 people per ride. The arms can lift the air until about 45 degrees. Anyway, the lifting system is pretty simple. It just pushes the arm in the air, the other half of the arm. The first half stays in the same position. So, that's how Troika works.
These rides were originally intended as traveling rides, but they ended up getting a lot more popular at parks than fairs. Probably because they were not the easiest rides to transport and they were also not that intense. Quite a lot of European showmen bought Troikas, but most of them were not traveling anymore by 2000.
Hey everyone, it's Brendan from GP2E. We're going to talk about the Troikas here in the US. Troikas never really became popular on fairs outside of in Europe, so not really on US fairs. They did become a hit in US parks quickly. The Troika here at Cedar Point was among the first Troikas to make it outside of the US. It opened in 1976. Even after 44 years, 11 Huss Troikas remain in operation in North American parks. Because the model's not in production anymore, many Troikas have been used as parts donors for other Troikas. Even after 44 years, the Troika here at Cedar Point is still one of the more popular rides in the park.
The Huss Troikas became pretty rare in Europe, with only 5 of them left operating in 2020. The last traveling Huss Troika traveled in Germany until 2016 and it was called Dancing Queen. In 2016 it was sold to Van der Most, who completely refurbished it and then sold it to Dorney Park, where it's currently operating as Kaleidoscope. Huss stopped producing the Troika somewhere around 2003. And around 2000, Huss introduced the Airboat, which is the smaller version of the Troika. It has 3 arms with only 4 gondolas per cross, so 12 gondolas in total. The capacity is 24 riders per cycle. The lifting system of the Airboat is also pretty different, as the whole arm lifts up, unlike the Troika where only the second half of the arm lifts up, as mentioned before. The Airboat is only available as permanent version and is still in production. Huss made some other rides similar to the Troika, such as the 3-Star and the Condor, but those rides deserve their own video. And now some competition. Around 1973, British company Bennett made their version of the Troika. This model didn't become very popular and ended up only being built twice. And in 1975, French manufacturer Reverchon introduced the turbojet. This was basically the exact same ride as a Troika, but instead it has paratrooper style suspended gondolas. There is not much information out there about this type of ride, but I found versions with 5 gondolas per cross and 6 gondolas per cross. The last rides of this type were still traveling in France until around 2010. And somewhere in the early 80s, the Scorpion made its debut. It was made by British company Tivoli Enterprises. It had the same capacity and movements as the Huss Troika, but it was a lot easier to transport, fitting on only 1 trailer. The Scorpion is also a lot faster than the Huss Troika, so they are a lot more intense. The Scorpions also have the ability to spin the crosses in the same direction as the main structure, but that only happens in rare occasions. The Scorpion model was also made by a British company Fairmat, but I couldn't find any information about how that worked with Tivoli and stuff. I really couldn't find anything about that manufacturer. So that was it for this video. As you can hear, I got a new mic and I can't wait to make more videos with it. Be sure to join the Discord, the link is in the description. We have an announcements channel where I announce all the new videos and where I also ask for pictures and footage of rides I will need for Flat Ride of the Week. So be sure to join the Discord and keep an eye on the announcements channel. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.